what are you buying in 2024 and what is your deal criteria?
I think before I was looking for anything greater than 10%, which was a lot easier to find.
I am looking for deals that work. So multifamily deals, it's almost like I have different buckets.
I mean, I heard people say the interest rates are high now. It's 7%, it's 8%. I'm like, what? You're going to pay 30% in Ghana.
So whether you're just starting out in real estate investing or you're an experienced investor, one thing you always need to keep an active pulse on is what are the return criteria that other investors are expecting. So it's the beginning of the year. We just finished one of our Invest Capital meetups, and I'm asking other investors who have already done deals before, what is their criteria in 2024? Here's what they had to say.
So real quick, what is your name and how can people find you?
My name's Angelina, and you can find me on Instagram at invest.ng45.
And what would you like to buy in 2024?
2024, I want to buy anywhere between 2 to 4 units, either a duplex or a fourplex. And my other goal is to get into a mid-sized multifamily, so anything between like 10 to 20 units or somewhere around there.
And then for you, like in terms of the returns, what makes sense? And obviously, I know we were talking about earlier, like comparing it to COVID and lower interest rates. So how are you adjusting now?
I think before I was looking for anything greater than 10%, which was a lot easier to find. And now I think I'm seeing maybe like 6% if I stretch it. So probably like anything 6 or higher would be a good deal to me now.
And this is more like rent ready, or like how much work do you want to do?
Like nothing too crazy, maybe just basic like painting, maybe new cabinets, bathroom, kitchen, stuff like that, flooring, but nothing major.
Real quick, what is your name and how can people find you?
My name is Cruz, and you can find me at Cincy Cashflow on Instagram.
So the question of the day is, what are you buying in 2024 and what is your deal criteria?
I am looking for deals that work. So multifamily deals, it's almost like I have different buckets, right? So if you can find something that's subject to, and you can get a good subject to or creative finance, you know, the cash flow, you're gonna have, for me, a 10% cash on cash requirement, at least, right? If you're buying it at that low of an interest rate.
For a long-term rental?
Long-term rental.
In what market?
Cincinnati, Ohio. So that's one pathway, but separately, I'm also looking at large multifamily, commercial multifamily properties. I'm looking at a deal that's distressed right now. On these deals, I'm looking to get a significant haircut. If you can buy under the appraisal and force appreciate it, that's the big play there, right? So subject to, it may be like buying right at the appraised value. But for the large multifamily, I'm really trying to get these deals at a significant discount if it works out. Still be able to churn a return, but if you can get these, right the ship, get these properties operating right, you know, a lot of that money is going to come on the exit.
Still in Cincinnati?
Yes, still in Cincinnati.
And while Ian is clearly an awesome investor doing deals today, he's also been really bullish on house hacking. And house hacking can work, and it still can in 2024, depending on your lifestyle choice. So he's recently gotten married and changed his opinions a little bit about house hacking in the Bay Area.
Okay, so the fun side clip now. House hacking in the Bay Area is probably, like David Green talks about all the time, still to this day. And you have been on my butt. I'm like, I can find you a duplex. And I've been like, I don't know. I still want to rent because of the lifestyle that my family wants to have. You house hacked. Tell me why it worked for you when you got it and why you are switching opinions.
Yeah, I have switched sides now. I was very hard on you for a long time. I was saying everybody here should be looking to house hack. It is easier to house hack if you can do a midterm rental on one side and get $4K of gross rent on your duplex. That's better than owning a fourplex in Ohio with like a super old property. That was my argument. The reason why that worked back when I was looking at properties and I was able to buy a duplex back when interest rates were low, it worked because the big hack was First Republic Bank's Eagle program. So you had to find a property within a certain low to moderate income census tract. And I was finding places in moderate income census tracts, not the low. Like you said, a lot of the duplexes are in rough parts of town that you and your wife wouldn't want to live in. We found something that was in a promising area right off Bascom Ave, which is all being redeveloped right now. A lot of money is going there. So we were really bullish on that and we were able to get it at a 3.1% interest rate, rent out one side to travel nurses and subsidize our costs, not to live for free, but to be able to live for less than it would be to rent, right? Our mortgage is less than the rent. So that, in that environment, worked. Today, at current interest rates, that stuff does not work at all. So now that I've had a life, now I can empathize with you with a life situation, right? I got married in November, and we're thinking about our next step and being in a good school district. Our forever home in a market where it's always cheaper to rent than own, right? The numbers show that it's like very skewed. To get the home that we want, that let's say it's a 2,000 square foot, 4-bedroom home, that is going to be over $2 million easily in the Bay Area. So if we can find that rent at $5,000 or less, it is way better in that circumstance to rent. So we're for sure in the market to rent while renting out our duplex to travel nurses, actively renting that out. So
Well, I am very happy that Duplex worked for you in that current lifestyle, and that now you understand the dark side of, well, maybe it's just you suck it up to rent and invest elsewhere. But congratulations, man.
Switching gears, for those who are looking at buying a short-term rental, what is the cash-on-cash return that you are looking for? For me, I would like to see still above a 70% cash-on-cash return if I'm actively managing a short-term rental. But here's what Frank had to say.
My name is Frank Molina, and you can find me on Instagram is Frank Sunatra, and then LinkedIn is I go by Francis Molina.
And in 2024, what are you buying and what's the buying criteria?
In 2024, I am looking to invest hopefully in an out-of-state property. I'm looking at Missouri. Also open to California, depending on what kind of deal.
Or what kind of asset class?
Short-term rental, ideally.
And then for you, as you're looking at deals, like what's that cash-on-cash return metric? Or like, is there a cash flow number of the month? Like, what are you aiming towards?
If I can get a cash-on-cash return of 15 to 20%, it's pretty good for me. I think to start out, I'm just starting out. So yeah, that would be one of the main things I'm looking for metrics.
We can definitely text me tomorrow. I will introduce my agent. We can find something in Branson for 15%.
Yeah, we're talking about Branson, Missouri. So I gotta talk to him tomorrow.
You any, like, is there a favorite takeaway or like a moment from the meetups at all? Has anything helped you at all?
Every time I go here, I think it's just important, especially for new people, to keep going. I'm personally really busy, but I live in San Francisco, so I'm.
Oh, you made that drive out, man! Dude.
I just drove an hour 15.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see a network, because I just met some people. I got their numbers, and I think they could help me out in the future, and I help them out too.
Yeah.
So.
That's it. Simple. Thank you.
And for those who are shifting into a different asset class like commercial real estate, Liam DeLumpa is moving from his fourplexes to industrial commercial real estate, and here's why.
What is your name? How do people find you?
My name is Liam DeLumpa. You can find me on Instagram, illwillyd, or email liam@delumparealty.com.
What would you like to buy in 2024, and what's your deal criteria?
Right now, I'm looking at industrial or multi-tenant retail buildings and at least $1 million purchase price in the path of progress.
Okay, I'm going to talk to editors right now. I think it was a clip at Best Ever. Like, the numbers that you're talking about now, 8 months later, dude, I'm proud of you, man. That's awesome.
Thanks, I appreciate it. You gotta get rid of those limiting beliefs.
Okay, so that's what you're looking for. Do you have a favorite deal that you've done at all?
Right now, I would say my favorite deal is the 8-unit that we're doing. Even though it's not my focus in terms of industrial and asset classes, we got it at a great basis.
Yeah.
So we bought it for $561K, and we're really confident that with just minimal renovations, we're gonna be able to sell it at over $800K.
So if someone wanted to do what you're doing, what's the one thing you'd say that they should do?
As cliche as it is, just start networking, right? Bring value and lead with value when you're networking. So for me, I read a lot of books and got really good at underwriting, and then just led with that value when I started to network and just started to deal source. So the deal that I'm doing now, I just brought the deal, had ironclad financials, and brought people that had the other skills to take the deal down.
Okay, so shameless plug. What's been like your favorite value that you've gotten from our meetup?
Honestly, the network. Yeah. My partner Ian on this deal, I met at your meetups. I wouldn't have this 8-unit deal without this meetup.
Hey, that's fun. I like that. That's a good story.
All good fun. And now if you are wholesaling or looking at cold calling for sub-2 deals, how many dials? What is a sales process that you should be doing? Check this one out.
All right, so real quick, what is your name and how can people find you?
So my name is Karn Vikinda. You can find me at Car with a Car, KARDHACAR on Instagram.
Okay, what is the buying criteria for 2024? Or what kind of deals are you working on?
Deals we're working on anywhere. Well, right now we got one in out in Oakley, so just trying to progress with that one. It's a little bit of a long-term game, but it's gonna be worth it at the end of the day. But we're also looking into commercial, multifamily, single families, anything worth revenue generating. So we'll consider it all at the end of the day.
And if someone's gonna try and start wholesaling this year, what's the advice you'd give them?
You gotta stay committed. You gotta stay committed to the program at the end of the day. It's not an easy program, but at the end of the day, it's one that will make money as long as you stay consistent and you find your niche in the market.
How long does it take you to get a wholesale deal, like on average? And how many dials are you doing a day?
We do, well, outside of the cold caller, our guys, they usually do around 250 to 300 dials a day.
300 dials a day.
Yeah.
Okay, and then how many, I guess like on average, how long does it take you to get one deal done?
From start to finish?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're talking about assignments, then probably no more than a couple of weeks, I'd say.
Couple weeks, but you're doing 300 hours, your team's doing 300 hours a day. Do you have a favorite deal that you've done last year?
Ooh, say it's probably our Manteca deal. It's 5 units on one property.
Yeah.
That one was a little bit of a long-term process. Okay. We're still working on it, but at the end of the day, it's a long-term game, so we're hoping to make a good amount of revenue on that one. That one's a little bit of a headache, but it's gonna be worth it.
I know. This is not gonna come out for a month, so tell me, how much are you making on that Manteca deal?
I can't say yet. I can't.
Ah! All right, give me, I want one that you can tell me that your favorite deal is. One that's like close, a favorite deal.
My favorite closed deal?
Yeah, that's closed already.
That's closed already. I want to say, probably say our other one in Manteca too. This was 2 homes on one. That was probably my favorite deal because there's a lot of loopholes for that one, but there's a lot of buyers that are walking in and out of it. Some of it didn't work for, but we found somebody that was like, they saw it, they were ready, and they're actually using it for their own personal living. Their family's actually going to be living in it. So
what'd you make on the wholesale assignment?
That one we made 25K.
25K, dude. That's freaking solid. I love it.
And lastly, while we're all setting big money goals for 2024, it definitely does help to have some perspective. I was actually having a conversation with my buddy the other day about him talking to his grandma and saying, why do you need to make millions and millions of dollars when you are already blessed enough? And then there was this other comment that I saw from my friend's post, and I had to share this for context. My grandma gave me a reality check, a truth bomb. She was asking how much my sister made, and I said, I don't know. And she was like, damn, you are so blessed, lucky, and fortunate. When I was young, we all knew exactly how much everyone in the household made because every night they would count the money together and we would determine if we had dinner that night. We were very aware, and it was very noticeable when someone brought home more or less money one day. The fact that you don't even know how much your sister makes is, wow. You are so fortunate. So all that being said, I know I'm 100% fortunate to be in the position that I am, and I don't take that for granted. And I had another conversation with another friend that I met, Tess, who is from Ghana and who is sharing that same exact sentiment. Check it out.
You are from where?
I'm from Ghana. I'm from Ghana.
Okay, I'm sorry, your name again was?
Tessa.
Okay, Tessa. Tessa from Ghana. How long have you been in the US for?
I've been in the US for about 2.5 years now.
Okay, so we're talking about context and things that are different. I have no idea. I'm in this US bubble. Say you wanted to buy a car in Ghana. How is it different buying a car in Ghana versus buying a car here in the US?
Okay, so if you want to buy a car in Ghana, you have to pay cash. So if you're going to buy a $50,000 car, you might have to pay cash. Access to credit is very difficult. And if you have access to it, your interest rate is about 30%.
How many people can afford to buy a car cash in Ghana? And this is me asking the stupid question now, like the stupid US guy.
You know, probably about the 5% rich.
Wow.
And if you want to buy your dream car, you have to save up, until about your 40, 50 before you can buy your car. And here in the United States, I think it's easy. You make a down payment and then, you walk out the door and you have your car. In Ghana, you have to save up. You have to save up and save up and save up. Yes.
Okay, how about buying a house? Like for here, everyone says 20% down. Maybe you live in it, you get 3.5% down. How can you buy a house in Ghana?
Okay, so in Ghana, if you want to buy a house, you have to, first of all, only few people are able to buy houses cash down. The mortgage market is not as vast here in the United States, and I'll say, top 5% have access to that with high interest rates again. So most people build from scratch. Most people, civil servants will start building, 10-year project. And then when they go on retirement, they move into that home. So yes, you have to build it from scratch, long term.
So you've been here for a little over 2 years now.
Yes.
What's the big difference you see in terms of opportunity and potential from here versus Ghana?
A lot. access to credit, which is cheap. I mean, I heard people say the interest rates are high now. It's 7%, it's 8%. I'm like, what? You're going to pay 30% in Ghana. And hey, you just have to put 10% down. Sometimes you don't. And then you can walk out the door in any deal, real estate, cars. You won't get that in Ghana. No. So, out here, it's amazing. It's amazing. Credit cards. I mean, if you use it wisely, it's amazing. Hey.
Can I ask you another dumb question?
Hey, hold on. 0% APR for 9 months, 18 months? Come on.
That's true. Have you ever heard about the credit card travel hacking game yet?
I think I have, but I'm yet to look into it. Go to this bank, go to that bank.
Just open this credit card, fly first class, and have lay flat seats, beds, all this for free.
It's an amazing system out here if you know how to use it.
Okay.
It's an amazing system. Your reward points and all that. Come on, you don't get that in Ghana.
Actually, what does retirement look like in Ghana? Like, obviously, it's just like your parents get older, they want to stop working. Is there a lot of retirement options? Do they have retirement accounts? Or who takes care of your family as they get older?
Okay, so we have a vast family system in Ghana.
Yeah.
So you would get people, taking care of you.
Yeah.
But let me put it this way. If you want to enjoy a new car out here or in Ghana, you would have to, save up. So you delay the enjoyment. I mean, you can walk to the dealership and say, I want a 2024, Corolla or a new car. That's freaking expensive.
Yeah.
We don't manufacture the cars, so we have to import, and the duties will kill you. So a car that's out here for $25,000, you'll probably pay shipping, duties, let's take it to $75,000.
Oh my God.
Yes.
$50,000?
Yes.
The same car?
Same car.
It's like your Honda Civic that's $25,000.
Yes.
You're paying $75,000 for a Honda Civic.
Same car.
What did you give up to move to the United States? Like, how hard is that for you?
There's
a story there.
It's
as much as you can tell me. Whatever you can tell me.
What you had to give up? No. I moved here because my wife moved from her job, her office in Ghana. She moved to San Jose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to come here as a dependent. Yes, but it is difficult to get a visa to come here, and I understand why, because the opportunities out here is vast. If you wanted a new car in Ghana, middle income, you have to save up for like 5 years, 6 years before you buy 2024 car.
Yeah.
And so you have to buy an older car. Hey, you don't enjoy the new car, no. And then retirement as well, you have to, delay, what you enjoy now. So, hey, the United States and the system out here, it's amazing.
Well, I appreciate you sharing to us.
It's amazing.
Hey, I mean, thank you for coming out.
You're welcome.
Whatever I can do to help you, let me know. But
you are doing amazing.
Shameless plug, I did actually make a long-term rental calculator, and I made one for long-term rentals, calculating after repair values after a rehab project, a flip calculator, a BRRRR calculator if you can use hard money and you're going to refinance it out, a short-term rental purchase calculator, as well as a rental arbitrage calculator. If you want a copy of this, I will leave that linked down below. And if you want to support what I'm doing on this channel, this is one way to say thanks. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. One of the things that has really helped me scale and grow my real estate portfolio and even just my business acumen is showing up to meetups just like this. You never know who you're going to meet, and it could just be the next one person, the one deal, the one thing that you find that could be the unlock to the next level. My name's Josh Baldovino. I'm a marketer and I'm a real estate investor, and I'm documenting our journey as we build wealth for our family in real estate. And if you ever are in California, in the Bay Area, and you want to hang out with us, we host a monthly meetup every single month. I will leave that all linked down below. But again, if you want to see the deals that we are actually doing, whether it be in 2024 or go back on our channel, please subscribe. It would mean a lot. These videos take a lot of effort and money to produce. So I'd really appreciate your support if you could just hit the subscribe and like button. And if you want to see how we are underwriting deals in 2024 as a long-term rental, click the link somewhere here, and I will see you in that video. Cheers.